Would you like to hear a story? Okay. Sometimes stories can teach us a lot. So let's see what this story is teaching us. We have stories about tricksters, little tricksters, and they play tricks sometimes. And sometimes those tricks they play on themselves. And so Wîsahkêcâhk was walking way up north in the bush when there was all these trees. There was spruce and jack pine, poplar trees, all these different trees up north. And he was walking up there. Can you see him walking? He was walking in the bush, and he was very, very happy because the sun was shining and everything smelled very fresh. The birds were singing, and he was so busy listening and smelling things and looking up that he didn't see something that was coming up. Guess what happened? He tripped. Yeah, how did you know? Yeah, he tripped, and he did a flip. You know what a flip is, right? He just went flying, and he went flat on his back, and he landed on really nice soft grass, and he got up out of there, and he says, "Oh, who tripped me?" And he looked behind, there was nobody around, and then he looked, and there was a little string like this, and another string underneath there, and then there was a stick over here, and then over here, and all the string went all the way around. And all the way around, inside there was grass, where before there was a lot of trees. All these trees, somebody had taken all the trees down, chopped them down, and then I guess they put some lawn in there, some grass. And Wîsahkêcâhk says, wonder who lives here. And says, I wonder why they put that fence up for me to trip. It was a fence. And then all the grass was there. And he looked over there, there was a house. There was a house at the bottom, looked like a square, like a box of cereal when it's flat on its side, right? It looks like that. And on top, it looked like a teepee. You know what a teepee is, right? Yeah, there's one over there. Well, it's like that. It was like on top, and then at the bottom, it was like a square box of cereal or something. And Wîsahkêcâhk says, oh, I wonder who lives there. And just when he said that, guess who comes out? This man with a beard and a mustache. And he looks at him. And this man came out with a cup like this. And this man was just enjoying, drinking it, yeah. And Wîsahkêcâhk says, oh, I wonder what he's drinking. Boy, I'd like to go and visit him. And then this man all of a sudden spoke up. You know what he says? Oh, what a beautiful day. And Wîsahkêcâhk, because he was a Nihio, he couldn't understand what he speaks like this. Tapoy Wîsahkêcâhk. He would say that. So he didn't know what he was saying. So he went home. He rushed home, and he went and saw mushroom and kokum. You know what mushroom is, eh? What's mushroom? You guys have mushrooms and kokums? Grandfather and who? Grandmother, yeah. So he went home and saw mushroom and kokum. And he was telling them about this when he started walking. Mushroom, ipapamutiano maohwagitatu gapchigonian ipaxnian igtagay pasquak. Igoni teams, chiguachapat, mandiko tahos migoap. Wah, ntan mamaskatin. Kita tu gapioyo ito na pio timamni huito momsisa. Kigo ito gamni huit no tinto da bingam. You know that what I was telling you, right? The first part of the story. Yeah, so he was telling that to Mushroom, and Mushroom says, oh, Wîsahkêcâhk, those are our neighbors. They come from across the ocean, and that's how they live. They make a big fence sometimes, some of them, and they cut the trees down, and they make a house like that. They come from across the ocean, right? Across the ocean. See, this is where we live, and so they came across to live with us over here. So now we all live together here now.
I could drink him.
That's right. And so, you know what Wîsahkêcâhk asked? He wanted to learn. He wanted to learn a word of their language, this new people. And he asked, Mushum, can you teach me some of their language? When he came out and he was drinking this tea, he spoke a different language. Can you teach me some of their language? And Mushum says, he says, I have traveled around Wîsahkêcâhk and I've heard them say different words. Oh, teach me that one word. At least one word so I can go and introduce myself to this man with this nice cup of whatever it is he's drinking. And Mushum was thinking, he said, oh, the first word, he says, I ever heard them say is, no. No. Oh, that's a nice strong word, eh? No. No. Wîsahkêcâhk went walking off with that word. No. He was practicing. No, no, no. No, no, no. So he was practicing with this word. No. No. That's a hard word to say, eh? No. Oh, see, you guys learned it already. It's not that hard, is it? So, next morning he got up and he started walking. And he saw that fence. No. He jumped over. And this man came out. And he was walking on his grass. Walking on his property. And Wîsahkêcâhk was walking on the grass there. And this man came out and he says, hey, you. And Wîsahkêcâhk, no. Oh, that's the only word he knew, right? He was talking like that. A smart aleck, are you? No. I want you to get off my land. No. Oh man, he was pretty stubborn, eh? So Wîsahkêcâhk kept walking. That's it. I'm throwing you into the creek. No. Next thing Wîsahkêcâhk is flying through the air. No. And he went into the water. Woo. And he raced home. He said, Mushum, that no word didn't get me into that man's house to get that nice cup of whatever he was drinking. He says, I'm going to ask Kukum. Maybe you're playing tricks on me. Kukum. Have you ever heard these people speak? And Kukum had to think. Yes. Oh yes, that sounds really nice. It sounds very positive. And so Wîsahkêcâhk went practicing. Yes. Yes, oh yes, this man comes out and he's drinking his whatever it is. And he sees Wîsahkêcâhk coming, walking. Is that you again? And Wîsahkêcâhk, yes! Oh, there you go. Is that the only word you know? Yes! Oh, I'm so tired of people who repeat words all the time. Yes, yes, yes. And he kept walking. Yes, yes, yes. And then, that's it. I'm going to throw you into the creek. Yes. Then went Wîsahkêcâhk and he raced home and said, Mushum, Nokum, oh, these words are good. They sound good, but they're not helping me get in there and get something to drink. Oh, teach me one more word, big long word. And so Wîsahkêcâhk listened until they came up with a long English word. And you know what that long English word was? If you don't, I will. Is that a long English word? No. Many words, but when you're learning how to speak English, it seems like a long... Yeah. Well, in Cree, we think that's all one word when you first heard it. So he got up and he started walking towards that man's place again. And he saw the fence, jumped over, and he started walking. And this man comes out with his tea. And he sees Wîsahkêcâhk walking. Oh, he's shaking his head. He says, I thought I told you to get off my land. If you don't, I will. That's it. He says, you come any closer, I'm going to call the RCMP. If you don't, I will. Oh, that man was getting a little upset, eh? He says, that's it. I'm going to get my shotgun out and going to blow your pants off. And what did he say? That's right. That's the end of that story. Do you think, what do you think you should have said in the first place? Please, yeah, maybe please.
May I come in?
Yeah, that makes sense. Eh? What else?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Please open the door, right?